G'day everybody, and welcome back to Chapter Master, where I got kinda tired of the Lamenters, I'll be honest, and I just thought, you know what, let's just play a different chapter today. And since I'm collecting Flesh Tearers at the moment, I thought, why not roll up the Flesh Tearers chapter and have a go at purging the sector. Who knows, might make this a little segment maybe. Maybe alternate between Flesh Tearers and Lamenters for a little bit to give me some variety. So yes, I've rolled up the Flesh Tearers chapter. Thanks to the latest audiobook and going through the Flesh Tearers novel, all the names and stuff are accurate. We've got Harahel, we've got Apollos. I think that's spelled wrong, but oh well. So that's all cool. We've got Gabriel Seth with his Eviscerator. Blood Reaver it's called, by the way. And what about chapter management? We've got, as you can see, we've got 400 Marines. At the start of Devastation of Bel, the Flesh Tearers had 600. However, at the end of 7th edition, they only had 400. So I just went with 400. So, we have a Flesh Tearers force. We have a sector with quite a few orcs. So I think we should go deal with them. Now, how to go about doing this exactly? What we might do is maybe separate 3 companies off. Separate 3 companies off. So what have you got? Wasp, Serpent, Modern Speed, and the Scrounge Slayer. So we shall go Wasp, Serpent, Scrounge, Slayer, Modern Speed, and we shall leave them 2 escorts. Right, and they can head off this way, so we'll have these guys head off that way and deal with these bottom ones, while the bulk of the Flesh Tearers chapter will move up and deal with the ones on the north, and move into the center. So yeah, I've actually been really getting into the Flesh Tearers lately, because they're kind of also... I've tried this 3 times and it wouldn't let me have Cretaceous as the recruiting world. It wouldn't. I find that very unimmersive, so just ignore the name for that one. But I really like the Flesh Tearers because I think the Blood Angels are my favourite Space Marine chapter. And both the Lamenters and the Flesh Tearers represent the opposite ends of that spectrum. So, you know, the Lamenters give a shit about saving human life, they're reserved, restrained, artistic, you know, that sort of thing. And the Flesh Tearers are Sanguinius's wrath, so they're, you know, bloodthirsty, carnivorous, honest to, you know, overwhelmingly honest, just sort of cool things like that. Right. We shall continue to have the bulk of the chapter move north, and we shall go on there. The Sisters of Battle and the Flesh Tearers don't usually get along very well, unfortunately. Ooh, artifact. How about Seth, you go and see if you can grab it. Oh, it won't let me. Okay, maybe we shall have... Well, that's not suspicious at all, is it? Oh wait, wrong. We want someone from 5th Company. Forgot I split the chapter up. Oh, I thought that was leave. Oh well. I guess that boosts our relationship with the Ecclesiarchy a bit, I suppose. Are you back on the ship? Yes, you are. Right. End turn. Right. They're off to go deal with the orcs. Anything on this planet? Oh, Tyranids. Excellent. Time for the Flesh Tearers to let off some of the Black Rage, as it will. Nice. Excellent. Right. Launch secondary attack. The Dreadnoughts just turn them into paste and the last cannons kill the flanking Lictor. Typical party setting. Right. Of course their orcs are going to form a war. Why wouldn't they? Right. Orc sector segment is focusing on the middle, but those guys are going to have problems too. Oh, it seems they've all got Necron Tomb Worlds on them. Well, fun. I'll have to be reminded to keep an eye out for that later. Right. 2, 1. Of course we're going to denounce the orcs. We are going to bathe in their blood and rip their skulls from their heads. And that is what we are going to do. Arsenal. I'd like to build an arsenal to put artifacts on, but hopefully it shouldn't be too necessary. Right, how are these guys doing? Good. Now what have we got? Moderate and moderate orcs. Alright, we've got 120 marines and 4 dreadnoughts. Less than ideal, but 120 marines can do quite a lot. Nice. Right. And turn. And the good thing is, with 3 strike cruisers, if we need to do bombardments, then we can actually have a standard chance at doing so. Wow. That's what we like to see. To finish them off, we'll launch an attack. We'll see what tanks and stuff can do to this. Oops. Good thing nobody witnessed that one. I suppose that's what the Black Rage and the Red First do to you, isn't it? It's quite cool. In the latest Flesh Tearers audiobook, Hunger, Apollos, the head chaplain, it's not Reclusiarch, it's Master of Sanctity, that's the rank. Apollos, the Black Rage is threatening to take over his mind, and the way he manages to talk down the anger in his head is to put his bolt pistol to his head and basically tell himself that if he thinks he's going to succumb to the rage, he'll blow his brains out. And I kind of think that's actually an interesting way of combating the First, like the rage in the First. You'd have to have pretty good mental control, and your mind would have to be pretty solid to be able to do that. Right, we're going to do a cheeky save, because I am distinctly worried that those 2 dots are going to turn out to be 10 battleships. I've been foiled by this before. Right, you guys can go down there. Right. Well, so I like that this music, 1 battleship, 1 escort, we can deal with that. I like the music's taken from the Space Marine video game loading screen, like the home screen. You could have taken a little bit more music, I think, from some of the places, but the loading screen's got some pretty solid track. Right, deal with them. Oh, the spaceship controls in this suck. Right, there we go. Shoot at it. Excellent. Nice. Pew, 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 pew. Pity this isn't like Battlefleet Gothic Armada level of spaceship controls. Although that would be a nightmare to program. Right. Oh yeah, that's right. Now, we've got moderate, heavy, and sparse. Well, we'll launch a full strength attack on the heavy world to cut off reinforcements to the other planets. Nice! Harahel. Good work, Harahel. Excellent. And we'll launch another raid on these guys. Nice, good work. Oh yeah, I've been painting up Gabriel Seth actually to lead my Flesh Tearers force. He's about, I'd call him 50% done. I've done the base coat. Oh wow, this is a battle, got rid of them already. I've done the base coat, I'm just moving on to the shading and stuff. I must admit, I don't like doing flesh colours. Like, I don't like doing them. It's why I've always been afraid to do, I'd love to do Kaddish and Jungle Fighters, but I can't do flesh colours. My brain just can't compute it. And but I must admit, Seth's not looking too bad. So Batorus free. Oh, okay. Since there's a battle, I'm more than welcome to go there. It's a free Imperium. If more soldiers out there, the better. As the Flesh Terrors, basically we're going to run in, slaughter every enemy we can, and then piss off before the Red First and the Black Rage causes us to turn on other people. So, we shall go to Pandarax. And we need to wait for the orcs to be off that planet before we can launch our assault. Because Free Strike Cruisers isn't going to deal with bollocks. This is going to take a while, isn't it? Ain't going to be able to deal with that. Ooh, Tyranids. Alright, launch full strength attack. Nice, Gabriel. Seth is getting in on the fun. And we'll launch another full strength attack. Excellent. Flanking cannons. Good. Interesting that the Imperial Guard couldn't deal with that themselves, but the Imperial Guard don't seem to be able to deal with much. Right. Okay, I don't like sitting around waiting. Right, these guys can go to Solmir. I think we might have to attack that planet with the full might of the chapter, I think. Oh, Tyranid presence. Good, that will keep the Marines suitably entertained for a while. Oh, Gene Stealers. That reminds me of Hunger, the new Flesh Terrors audiobook. It's actually a really good audiobook. About just over an hour long, but it's got a lot of awesome action, and it's nice insight into the Flesh Terrors, like how they manage their Death Company Marines, you know, how the Black Rage affects people in general combat. I think everyone agrees the most awesome bit is when Rahael, who's a first company Terminator with an assault cannon, witnesses one of his brothers get sliced up by Gene Stealers and just embraces the wrath, and he just charges into a room of about 100 Gene Stealers with his assault cannon roaring, ripping Gene Stealers apart. It's pretty awesome. Right. Okay, I need to... what? No. No. What the there was no fleet there. What? Did you see that? We jumped out when their fleet was gone. There was no fleet there. Yet somehow there was 11 battleships? That's just poor. Poor game design. I don't like to save scum, but in a game that broken, this broken as this one, I know it's an alpha and I know it was never finished, but in a game where the numbers literally don't tell you shit, that doesn't make any bloody sense. What the hell? Right. Where's the rest of the chapter? Oh yeah, they were going to deal with that planet, weren't they? Oh, great. It was up to 2 battleships. Thanks, RNG. I'm expecting we'll lose an escort. Maybe 1 to 2 escorts. Nice. 7 escorts. So I think we've lost 1? Oh no, that one's... its shields are down, but it's still alive. Also, where are they going? Seriously, where... The AI on this is dumb. Where are you going? We haven't lost any ships. Oh, we lost one escort, so that was like I predicted. And the rest are damaged because the game is a bit stupid. Right. Launch a full strength raid. Ugh. Right. Slice them up. I think the only way to combat that planet is with the full strength of the chapter. But yeah, that doesn't make any bloody sense. Right. We'll do another cheeky save because I'm convinced that 10 battleships are going to show up again. So, Wish Terrors to Stalvanast. Yep, immediately. Battleships show up. That's one of the problems of this game, is the orcs are horribly unbalanced. In terms of any orc world above heavy is impossible to assault unless you have a shitload of marines and a full fleet. Because the orcs, yes, orcs can regenerate, fungal spores, they can rejuvenate numbers fairly quickly. Fine. But 7 battleships, 7 being able to rapidly regenerate 7 battleships is just unacceptable. Why has nobody taken up this game? Considering the way Games Workshop is giving out its license to people, I mean, somebody should have picked this up and fixed it. It's just, yeah. Orcs are too overpowered, Tyranids are too underpowered, you never see Eldar enough to fight with them. Chaos is, basically if Chaos is in your sector, unless you are massively overprepared, you're screwed. It just doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Alright. We might end the turn and maybe head off for this episode, because I don't actually have too much time to record today. You'd think someone unemployed and friggin' with a broken leg would actually have time off, but unfortunately not. So we shall wipe out these guys and go from there. But yeah, that's just weird. 11 battleships. Ugh. Right. These guys gone. Good. We might get them to get the artifact, then maybe head up to Pixor. Then maybe the full chapter can go in together on that world next time. So yes, I'm hoping to keep this going, because I like the Flesh Terrors, and this will be a good outlet for me to talk about them and, different ideologies and explain why Gabriel Seth is right about Primaris Marines. And we shall go from there. So until then, chaps, I shall say adios until next time.